Whew. Hi, good people. So, I wanted to come to you to discuss my little recap on Bel-Air. And this is basically the remake of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but it's more of a drama. So I was talking to someone today, and the reason I'm able to see that, I have to say that thank you so much, Jade, because I ain't have Peacock and I got enough subscriptions. So it was no other way I was going to be able to watch it unless someone gave me a login. And my friend Jay, she let me hold her login, so I watched it. And it was 4 episodes, and every last one of them is good. Now I was talking about it today, what best describes it to me, and I was like, I gotta make sure I remember that and put this in this video. Bel Air to me is like my one of my favorite shows that was recently I guess canceled and ended, Gotham, right? So was never a Batman fan. I'm a Marvel head. But I really I was a fan of Michael Keaton Batman, right? That's what I knew, that's what I loved, right? That's what I grew up on. So that's basically the same idea what they did with Bel Air, right? And by doing that, they did the same thing. They named it Bel Air, right? And the same thing with Gotham. It's not about Batman. It's not about Bruce Wayne. It's basically all the characters around him. That's what it's based on. The same thing with Bel Air. It's not focused on Will Smith. It is mainly about everybody else and how everyone else interacts. And what I like about it is that it's really gritty. It's real. The character who plays the young man who plays Will, his acting is a little bad, but I love bad acting, especially for my black people at times. But he's working through it. It seems like the Philly thing, I guess the things that Philly people say is a little forced, like John and Bull, that type of thing. It's not authentic enough. Now I don't know if he's from Philly, but if he is, it didn't seem like it. But I like him. What I also liked about it with my darkness is that the Banks, all of them are dark skinned, except for Ash. Not the Ashley. She's not. She's a curly head, light skin. We got to get a mixed breed up in there every single time when it comes to our black shows. And which is the gag is that Ashley wasn't light skin. That's the gag. But they have her there, which is good. But everybody else is dark skinned. I don't know any of these actors' names, but I know her. Like Aunt Viv, I know the guy. I don't know. I've seen him somewhere before. Oh, I don't know Carlson or whatever. I never seen him before. And it absolutely touched on a lot of real things. And like what's going on today. Like Hillary, which was perfect. The writing is in this is excellent. How they was able to, they're like the characters that we know and love on a sitcom, but then again, they're not. And it's modern. It's up to date. It's modern. Hillary is a like a social media influencer, or trying to find her way, just like she was. She lives in a pool house. Viv was a former artist, or was an artiste. Uncle Phil is running to be was it district attorney, a DA, running for the district attorney. He's still a lawyer. Ashley's still young, right? Carlton is all the best he can be, somewhat. Uncle Tom Coon, still. And yeah, this was really good. And he meets Jazz. He meets Jazz. Because I thought on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Jazz was like his best friend back in Philly, but he became I don't know. Or maybe he was his best friend in LA, right? So he meets Jazz. Jazz is a good looking guy. I seen him somewhere before too, but I just don't know his name. I like how they met each other and everything like that. He was an Uber driver basically. He owns a record store. He's a DJ. Jeffrey G he's English or whatever by way of Jamaica. He's a Jamaican Brit. That's what I call it or whatever. And he is definitely the definition to me of Alfred from Gotham. Alfred, like you wonder why how he became friends with Uncle Phil, how he became like basically the butler. But it's more not a butler, and this is like a personal assistant. He's head of like security and stuff like that. But he's a real Batman for real. And I think that we're gonna learn why he chose, like, it's like the same thing. Why did the Waynes choose Alfred to look after Bruce Wayne? We're gonna find out what's the connection with Jeffrey G, which is very interesting, and I like his character or whatever as well. I like them all. This was beautifully written. It's very black, and I like the whole dynamic that we always seen, but it was in a comedy when it came to Carlton and Will's relationship. Now we see it's like really fucked up because they fighting and carrying on and all this other stuff is really dope. And I'm gonna continue to watch 4 episodes in, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I like to see where these characters can go and can grow and how they'll be able to grow and stuff like this. I hope we can continue have, you know, continue to see this since it's on Peacock. I hope it get more seasons. And like I said, it's not about the Fresh Prince. It's not about Will character. It's about all the characters around, all the other supporting characters around him and how he interact with them. And it's really dope. It is really dope. Also, what like a fun fact I didn't know until probably like a couple of years ago, that the Fresh Prince was actually based on someone's life, Benny Medina. That's actually loosely based on his life. That happened to him. Like, he was in wherever the hood he was in, and he went to go live with his rich family, which a lot of us can't do, and or don't have family that's rich where we can just go and live in LA in a mansion and live it up and all this other stuff like that. But Bel-Air, let me know, have you watched? What do you think about it? I'm kind of glad it's not a sitcom, honestly, because we have enough remakes, but it's exactly the same. And you know, our sitcoms now is no studio audience, so it's weird, right? It's weird to try to bring that feel back. I'm glad that feel back to it. So I believe that this is gonna be good. It's an hour-long show or whatever. Like I said, it's 4 episodes. I don't know when it comes on, so you know, I just binge watched that. And I've heard a lot of good things about it. I'm like, oh, I don't know how I'm gonna watch it because I'm not paying for no goddamn another subscription. So I got one now. So yep. So Bel-Air, go check it out on Peacock if you can. Find somebody login because I'm not giving out my homegirl login. So and tell me what you think. What do you think about the acting? What do you think about the character Will? I think they need to do better with his sneakers because that was part of Will's persona too, I guess. Yeah. Oh, who else is in it is Lisa. That was the Nia Long character, but this time it's in high school, which is pretty dope. And also, she's a brown skin plus size girl, what they would call a plus size. She's at least a size 12. She's a little chunky little thing, is a swimmer, and she's adorable. I love her. So yeah, that's about it. Check it out. Let me know what you think. If you haven't watched it, if you can watch it, you know, drop it down in the comments and let me know.